You think your life is on track and your hard-earned money is safe in your account, but the harsh reality is you are being systematically drained by a system designed to keep you broke. Comment your current age and the exact dollar amount you invest every single month right now, because this hidden financial mechanism is going to ruin your future if you continue to waste your most valuable asset, which is your time. While you are busy watching random internet arguments about video game rankings and irrelevant social media drama, the global elite are laughing at you because you are providing the attention they need to sell you consumer garbage and keep you on the financial treadmill. You spend hours analyzing who is better at a video game or which social media personality is more toxic, but you have zero idea how your own tax bracket works or how inflation is quietly stealing your savings every single day. If you want to achieve true financial freedom and avoid getting absolutely crushed in the market, you must stop chasing hyper-hyped internet drama and stop trying to time the market, because time in the market always beats timing the market every single time. The smartest financial decision you can make today is to ignore the noise and commit to a disciplined long-term strategy by automating your wealth accumulation. Instead of gambling on short-term internet distractions, look at real practical wealth-building tools like opening a Roth IRA or an individual brokerage account, and consistently dollar-cost averaging into broad market index funds like VO, which tracks the top 500 powerhouse corporations, or rock-solid dividend growth funds like SAGD. Standard passive investing works beautifully when you stay disciplined, but you must understand that the exact same mechanism that makes index investing convenient also forces automated funds to buy into whatever junk is listed. To counter this systematic risk, you need to maximize your personal savings rate by aggressively cutting down your lifestyle inflation. Stop financing $70,000 electric vehicles just to look rich, and instead choose to drive a reliable 2006 used car while living in a minimalist space until your investments generate real passive cash flow. Building true wealth is not about buying into the latest internet hype train, but about consistency, discipline, and holding assets for decades. Let us break down exactly how this financial machine operates, because understanding the plumbing of Wall Street is the only way an ordinary person can avoid getting completely destroyed by the elite. Look at how the entire system has shifted over the past decade toward passive index investing, which was originally sold to the public as the ultimate democratic financial tool. You were told that if you just put your money into an index fund that tracks the top companies, you would beat 90% of professional stock pickers over the long run. And that advice is statistically true, but it contains a massive structural blind spot that big institutions are now weaponizing against your savings. When you buy a standard mutual fund or exchange-traded fund that tracks a major index like the S&P 500, you are not choosing individual companies based on their balance sheets or profit margins. Instead, you are trusting an automated algorithm that buys shares of companies simply because they exist in that specific index, and they are weighted based on their total market capitalization. This means the bigger a company gets, the more the index fund is legally required to buy, regardless of whether that company is actually making money or burning cash. Like an open furnace, this automated buying pressure creates what economists call manufactured demand, where billions of dollars from ordinary 401k plans and retirement accounts flow into a stock automatically just because it crossed a certain threshold. Now consider the absurdity of your current daily routine. You are spending your prime earning years debating irrelevant statistics about video games or race or crime on social media, while your financial future is being handed over to automated systems you do not even understand. You are being manipulated by content creators who benefit from your outrage and your lack of focus. Every hour you spend on these platforms is an hour you are not developing a high-income skill or optimizing your investment portfolio. The system is designed to keep you broke, dependent, and working a job you hate so that you can continue to buy things you do not need to impress a society that does not care about you. True financial freedom is the ultimate form of rebellion because it gives you total control over your most valuable asset, which is your time. When your investments generate enough passive income to cover your basic living expenses, you are no longer forced to trade your time for a paycheck, and you can choose how to live your life on your own terms. You need to wake up and realize that the traditional financial narrative of chasing individual hot stocks or trying to ride the wave of massive internet trends is a dangerous game where the house always wins. If you want to protect your hard-earned capital and build true lasting wealth that allows you to walk away from corporate slavery, you must adopt a completely different philosophy grounded in relentless discipline, long-term consistency, and extreme lifestyle control. Stop looking at the stock market as a casino where you try to hit a home run on the next big technology trend, and start looking at it as an automated wealth-building machine that requires zero emotion and absolute adherence to strict personal rules. The absolute foundation of real wealth accumulation for an ordinary person is the mastery of the savings rate, which is a metric that most people completely ignore while they stress out over daily internet drama. Your savings rate is the absolute percentage of your income that you keep and convert into productive assets every single month, rather than spending it on depreciating liabilities that serve only to impress people you do not even like. If you are making $5,000 a month and spending $4,800 of it on premium apartment rental subscription services, dining out, and financing a brand new luxury vehicle, you are operating with a microscopic savings rate that guarantees you will remain trapped on the financial treadmill. For the rest of your productive life, to break free from this cycle, you need to aggressively attack your largest fixed expenses, which are traditionally housing and transportation. Look closely at the choices you are making in your daily life and ask yourself if you are sacrificing your future financial freedom just to maintain a temporary illusion of wealth in the present. Instead of falling into the trap of lifestyle inflation, where every single raise or bonus you receive is immediately swallowed up by a higher rent or a more expensive car payment you must choose to live far below your means. This means making radical unconventional choices like driving a reliable older used car from 2006 that is fully paid for in cash rather than locking yourself into a $70,000 electric vehicle loan that drains hundreds of dollars from your pocket every month in principal, interest, and insurance premiums. It means adopting a minimalist mindset toward your living arrangements, perhaps choosing a simple functional space with zero unnecessary luxury amenities so that you can redirect thousands of dollars every month into your investment accounts. Once you have maximized your personal savings rate and engineered a massive gap between what you earn and what you spend, the next critical step is to automate your investment strategy using highly efficient, low-cost financial tools. You must stop trying to time the market by waiting for the perfect correction or trying to guess which week the market will hit a bottom, because decades of financial data prove conclusively that time in the market always beats trying to time the market. The human brain is structurally unsuited for market timing because emotion, greed, and fear will inevitably cause you to buy at the absolute peak of a hype cycle and sell at the absolute bottom of a panic. The antidote to this human weakness is dollar cost averaging, which is the disciplined practice of investing a fixed dollar amount into the market at regular intervals, regardless of whether the market is up, down, or moving sideways. When you dollar cost average, you automatically buy fewer shares when prices are high and significantly more shares when prices are low, effectively turning market volatility into your greatest long-term advantage. To execute this strategy effectively, you should utilize tax-advantaged accounts like a Roth IRA, which allows your investments to grow completely tax-free and allows you to withdraw your wealth in retirement without paying a single penny to the government. Within these investment accounts, you should completely ignore individual hype stocks and focus your capital on broad market index funds, like VOU, which gives you instant diversification across the 500 largest and most profitable corporations in the United States. By owning a fund like VOU, you are backing the entire American economy and ensuring that your wealth grows in tandem with human productivity rather than depending on the success or failure of a single unpredictable chief executive officer. If you prefer a strategy focused on cash flow and dividend growth, you can allocate a portion of your capital to a high-quality dividend exchange-traded fund, like SHD, which holds a diversified portfolio of financially stable companies with a long history of consistently increasing their dividend payouts. When you combine a high savings rate with consistent dollar cost averaging into funds like VOU and SCHD inside a tax-sheltered account like a Roth IRA, you create an unstoppable compounding machine that will inevitably deliver true financial freedom over time. The beauty of this approach lies in its absolute simplicity and its reliance on mathematical certainty rather than speculative luck. You do not need to read financial news every morning. You do not need to worry about what drama is trending on social media, and you do not need to care about the valuation of the latest high-profile internet trend, because your wealth is anchored to the broader productivity of the entire economic system. Building wealth is fundamentally a psychological battle against your own impulses and the non-stop marketing machine of consumer capitalism that wants you to spend every dollar you earn. The system is designed to keep you broke, dependent, and working a job you hate so that you can continue to buy things you do not need to impress a society that does not care about you. True financial freedom is the ultimate form of rebellion because it gives you total control over your most valuable asset, which is your time. When your investments generate enough passive income to cover your basic living expenses, you are no longer forced to trade your time for a paycheck, and you can choose how to live your life on your own terms. Stop being the exit liquidity for the internet. Elite, stop participating in the hyper-hyped casino of speculative investing and start building a real foundational fortress of wealth through discipline, consistency, and long-term commitment. Focus on your savings rate, automate your investments, ignore the daily noise of the media, and let time do the heavy lifting for your portfolio. Hit that subscribe button. Peace.